So this is my little testing arrangement for testing a temperature sensor from a 1999 R1 that I bought on Amazon. I bought a couple of them, I think Amazon and eBay, and they both are not the right resistance, I guess, because as the temperature gets hotter, the resistance drops, and it's supposed to be within a range per the manual, which here's the manual. So at 176 degrees Fahrenheit, the resistance should be somewhere between 47.5 to 56.8 ohms. And when it jumps to 239 Fahrenheit, it should be between 16.5 and 20.5 ohms. I can't test this one because I can't get water to go to 239 degrees Fahrenheit. It boils and it only gets up to about 208 on my thermometer. So I can't test that one, but I figure if I can get this one in that range, then I have the right, temperature sensor. But here are my dumb little notes. And initially I had this. So at 176, I had 96 ohms, and I had an older one that came out at 84, and then I bought a brand new one that came out at 81. So again, at 176 degrees Fahrenheit, they're all in like the 80s to 90s range, and they're supposed to be half of that, about 47.5 to 56.8. So I ended up soldering a 100 ohm resistor. And that's that little blue thing. There's a 100 ohm resistor that I soldered from here to here, in parallel, basically with the temperature sensor, and that got me in the range. These are some other numbers that I did, and at 176, I got 51.6, which is right smack in the middle, which is perfect on my older temperature sensor. On the new one, which is lower, right, because it was lower also without the 100 ohm resistor, it's 46, so it's just on the lower range or right below. But I think, that's my ohm meter, but it's still pretty close to that range, so I'd be able to use either one, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this one because this is in the range. And these are different temperatures, and sorry I jumped around because I just didn't have space to write up here. But as the temperature was 176, it was 51 over here, 46 over here, and to get to the 47, which is the lower part of the range here, it drops to about 173. So 173 and a half. So we're talking about a 2.5 degree Fahrenheit difference, which I think on the temperature meter on the bike shouldn't be that big of a difference, right? Because I think all the temperature sensor is doing is reading, giving you a general sense of the temperature of the coolant, but it's not turning the fans on. What turns on the fans is something else. Long story short, I've been having problems buying these sensors. You buy them on Amazon, eBay, they're $10. To buy them from the dealer, it's like $80 or something ridiculous like that for this stupid little sensor. And I'll show you what the sensor looks like. One that I haven't soldered. This is, actually, here's another one, the other one that I soldered with the 100 ohm resistor. Right, it's just covered. The resistor is covered by a little blue vinyl the heat shrink that I'll shrink later. But here. Oh, here it is. Here's on my soldering rig. Here's the one that doesn't have anything soldered. So for this little dinky thing, it's about 80 bucks, dealer price. So 10 bucks, but it doesn't work. The $10 ones, and you know what? People say, oh, it works great. No, it doesn't work because it sure reads the temperature, but it's the wrong temperature. It shows a lower temperature on the bike, and that's not good. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it out with my little resistor trick and see. But anyway, the way you test them is you put it with the sensor part touching the water and you hang it. I use the welding wire, I guess, aluminum that I use for TIG welding, and I think this is an 1/8 inch rod, welding rod, and I just bent it and looped it so it can hold it, and then I'll use alligator clips, you know, to go here and hook up to my ohm meter. So, and then as a temperature sensor, I use this cooking temperature sensor, which I think it's for like a turkey or meat. And so right now, for example, it's at 155 degrees. And so the resistance is at 56, which is higher than this. But we'll go ahead and show you as I turn the heat on. I'm gonna show this, too bad I wasn't closer, but it's gonna take a few minutes to get up to temperature. We're at 154 right now, 155 almost. And we will see here the resistance dropping as that temperature sensor gets hotter. The resistance drops, and I guess that tells the I don't know what you call that, the computer on the bike that then tells the temperature reading on the dash, you know, what temperature it is as the resistance drops. So we're at 163, so we're about 13 degrees away from the 176. So this is the same one that I read here. So at 176 degrees Fahrenheit, we should be right around 46 ohms. So this is like a second test, just to show you all what I'm doing. We're at, ouch, 160. So watch your hands as you get close to this, because it gets hot. I keep mine over where the handle is, but it's still darn hot in there. I'm gonna leave it in there for a little bit. I just need to know when it reaches 176. 172, getting close. Should be there soon. It says you're supposed to kind of move the water around, right? So you don't get hot spots. Don't burn yourself, and then blame me. Oh, 178, there we go. And we're at 45. So I went past for stirring the water, and the resistance dropped below 47. So let's see, right now it's at 184. So it got hot pretty quick. I heated it up too quickly for my own good, so I can show you all. But I'm still in the range, so as you can see from that. 43, I want to be just about 47. But I'm going to cool the water down a little bit. I'm at 180. This is like cooking stew. $178. A few little stirs here. Should be down about 176. One more degree. 176.5. And come on, you can do it. There we go, 176. And look over here, 46.4. It's 46.5, and I had jotted down 46. So again, we're about 46.5. We should be, in terms of resistance, at minimum of 47.5, or between that and 56. So I'm a little bit below here, but I would take that as pretty darn close. So in short, I'm pretty sure I can use this sensor or the other one, which gave me some better numbers. Not this one, but the other one with the 100 ohm resistor that I soldered on there. And it gave me this number at 176. So I think we'll use the other sensor, but now I have a spare. You have to keep this in mind, because you buy these on Amazon, and yeah, you're gonna get a temperature reading, but it may not be the right temperature reading for your bike. So make sure you get the manual for your bike, the service manual, or I guess look it up somewhere, and look here, and it tells you how to test the temperature sensor, right? And it gives you the range, and so again, it's hard to get to the 239. I don't know how to do that. Maybe you have to put antifreeze in there, but I don't want to do that in the kitchen. So I'll be confident that if I'm in the lower range, then I'll be good in the upper range. So all right, hope this helps something.